Is this their song?
Yes.
Looking for your purpose. You wanna join the circus? Don't worry, I'll be alright. Don't worry, I'll be alright. Gonna be on the cover someday.
Name up in line. It's a little throwback for you. Geekonomics is here. Marc and Bryon in the house. Little throwback. The little almost famous from the GB&E. Usually we go with the undeniable, but today we decided to try to change up a little bit. Hit you with some
Maybe this
almost
will be our
famous.
new theme.
Yeah, for Geekonomics.
Sure,
Change it to this one.
sure. Why not?
We're almost famous.
Yeah.
You are. I'm just kind of here.
All 12 of you who listen
Yeah,
to our
you're
show.
almost famous with your other show.
The Twin Peaks show?
Yeah, I'm just kind of here.
I'm not famous.
Well, you're almost famous.
I am almost.
That's what I mean. It's like
Podcast
you had better
Z.
almost famous.
We're podcast Z-listers.
Yeah, like when you start getting like asked to be guests at random shows for no reason because you guys
What do you mean
talk
for no
about-
reason?
Well, you talk about Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Ben's very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
and
what do
we're-
you do on those when they do that stuff? Because you're like basically the me of that show.
No, I'm not like you. I actually pay attention and do my homework.
Well, I pay attention.
You don't. I don't
care.
fall asleep during the show. I
Well,
do
make it more
care.
interesting. Make it more interesting, and I won't fall asleep during it.
This is your show too.
Oh, stop with that.
What you put in is what you get, my friend.
Well, there you go. That shows how much I
You don't put in anything,
There you go.
so there you go. You get what you get.
We have a good time. It's fun. It's just a little bit of therapy to get us through the week. That's what I call it.
I guess.
Get some of that. Get all this stuff out that people don't want to talk to us about.
I don't really see it that way, but okay.
Whatever.
So anyway,
Anyways,
let's get on to the real important stuff. Did you hear the big news about Jon Favreau?
no, I did not.
So
I know he's doing the Lion King.
what? Okay, in the Star Wars universe, we've heard that Ryan Johnson is going to be doing something. We've heard that the two guys from the Game of Thrones, the
I thought
showrunners,
you were going to say it was some kind of Me Too thing. I know about this.
they're going to be doing something with Star Wars.
Yes.
And now they asked Jon Favreau if he could be the showrunner and create a Star Wars show for their streaming service.
Yes.
It's just like, holy shit.
For the Disney streaming service.
Yes, obviously.
Yes. Well, because they are right now on Netflix still. Disney stuff.
Marvel stuff, yes.
Yeah.
But we all know that the Disney streaming service is happening in the next
Yes.
year or two.
Next year.
And
launches.
Jon Favreau has now been brought into the fold to create
Caused me to spend
a
another
Star
$10
Wars show.
Yeah.
Which, if the Star Wars show is one of those things where it's all up there, I'll get the free weekend and I'll watch it. Or I'll wait till the whole show is premiered if it's a
What do you
weekly
mean
thing.
it does a whole weekend and watch it thing? Netflix doesn't do that, do they?
What?
Whole weekend and watch it? Like a free weekend thing?
Yeah, a lot of Netflix. Everybody, you do 15 free days or something.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
don't know. I've just always had it.
In the beginning, to get you hooked, because it's like a drug. It's like they're a drug dealer. They give it to you for free for a couple, 7 days, and then if you get hooked,
I know WWE Network does that.
they all
I've
do
heard
it.
that. They do like the first month free.
They all do
Then
it.
it's $10 a month after that.
But that's exciting. I think Jon Favreau could do a good job.
Yeah. No, I would definitely. I'm probably going to buy into the Disney thing anyways to get the Star Wars stuff. So
I mean, I just don't. I probably won't get it because I don't know. It depends. I mean, if the Star Wars stuff happens, I will definitely watch it. But beyond that, I don't really know what Disney can
well,
offer
also, like
me.
you said, it depends upon the release time. If it's like a
If it's a weekly thing, I'll just wait till it all premieres
Exactly.
and then I'll just binge it in a weekend or something. I don't know.
what's how you watch stuff now, anyways.
I take my time watching stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't watch it weekly. Do you have
Some
any
show-
shows you watch weekly at this point
Yes. X-Files is weekly.
besides Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks is over.
I know, but when it was on.
That was weekly. X-Files is weekly.
So what?
I watch Law and Order, which is weekly. I don't look for. I watch it.
Law and Order.
I like Law and Order.
40?
still. Yeah.
Wow.
We love Law
We're
and
old,
Order.
I guess.
That's weekly.
Kush.
A lot of shows that I'm into are generally not.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty's weekly.
God. I
God.
tried watching Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty's awesome.
I don't get it.
It's a cartoon. It's funny.
I don't. I think it's annoying.
Then don't watch it.
I'm just not saying it, that if you can watch it, I don't care. It's your prerogative. I'm saying for me, I just didn't like it.
That's totally fine.
I know a lot of people are into it, so I felt like I should try to get into it. I maybe it's got a bad episode or something. I just didn't.
There's
like
no bad episodes.
Well, there's always a bad episode. Don't lie. Every show has bad episodes.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of shows I watch are generally on streaming services where I can watch them at my leisure.
Yeah, I started watching Jessica Jones.
Oh yeah, season 2. Was it good?
I got through the first episode.
Yeah.
You gotta with the Marvel shows, I'm realizing you gotta the slow burn every season.
They're always a slow burn. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. But it's just you gotta get through those first couple slow burn episodes.
Well, I
Till
mean,
things pick up
the
and
first
start.
season of Jessica Jones, they didn't introduce the villain until
Kilgrave
almost.
until episode 6 or 7.
It was 3. It wasn't 6 or 7.
Oh,
the
whatever.
season was almost over by then.
But Defenders was the same kind of thing. It took 4 or 5 episodes before stuff actually
I haven't
started
watched
going.
Defenders.
It's good. You like it.
Yeah, I'll get there
You'll never watch it.
eventually.
I've never seen Iron Fist. I'm not gonna watch that one ever. So
What?
Iron Fist.
I'm never gonna watch.
Never
that.
watched that.
What other shows? I mean, there are shows I watch week to week, and the shows that I get into, I'll watch in streaming services that are already on there, or I'll wait for the show to be over week to
Yeah.
week, and then watch it on demand.
That's my new thing. I've
Yeah.
curtailed a lot of shows since I moved. A lot of shows I don't watch anymore. That I used to watch all
You
the
watch
time.
so much stuff. I was like, how the fuck do you have time?
Well, because I'd watch it all when I get home from work. I just DVR it all and just
I
watch it all
know,
at
but I
once.
was just like, oh my god, it sounds like a job.
I would just binge it at night.
It's ridiculous.
But I don't have that luxury anymore, so
Why
I
not?
don't watch them. Because now I have someone to go home to, so I don't have the dead time like I used to.
There you go.
Honestly. So I don't watch any of the DC shows anymore. I don't watch Walking Dead anymore.
Yeah, Walking Dead was a week to week show.
It was.
It dropped off. I don't care.
Yeah. It's like that. Walking Dead's like that. I don't know.
They got to end it. They got to end that show soon.
I don't know if they got.
I don't want to be a dead
but it's
horse.
just kind of like. It's like that ex-girlfriend that you kind of see every once in a while, and you're like, hey, but you don't really want to talk to her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I dip in on blogs.
It's like you
to
see
what's going
you see it on
but-
you see the commercials for it randomly,
Yeah.
or someone will mention Walking Dead. You're like, oh, I used to date her, but I don't want to talk about it. It's like,
I
kinda like
actually
that
know
kind of thing.
everything that's happened because I'll read.
Yeah.
And the reading is more interesting than probably the
Yeah,
show at this
but it's just
point.
that's how I kind of correlate it because
Yeah.
Claire's sister's husband is like a diehard Walking Dead guy.
Yeah.
Has to watch it every Sunday.
Yeah. I still
So
have
every once
friends
in a
that
while
are into
he'll
it.
start bringing it up, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk about Walking Dead. I don't care. I used to, but I don't anymore.
I always remember when we had Wally and Matt on a long, long time ago, and Wally was just like, well, he doesn't watch it, but he was talking about the comic, and he goes, we call it the drag along dead because literally it's just ongoing, and he goes, it's ridiculous. And I think about that, I'm like, yep,
That's what happened to the show.
he's absolutely right. It's literally the same plot line
Yeah.
over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you're like, okay, we need an ending.
Yeah.
And that's something I've been saying. I like when a show has
The guy's made
a
a
build up.
bazillion dollars off it, so. He
The
must do something
ratings have
right.
been going down. So
Yeah, but
they
I'm saying he
gotta
must be
do
doing something because the comic book's still going on.
I agree. The comic book.
he
Robert
must have done
Kirkman
something right.
is a very smart guy.
Yeah.
I actually picked up his newest comic over this weekend. The comic is still going strong. The show, despite the ratings dipping, It's still going strong, but I have noticed a trend. I don't see many people talking about it as I used to.
No, it's not
Friend-wise.
like the cooler.
Like
water cooler
after
show it used
a
to be.
show like on Facebook, you just see everybody talking about it. After a show, I don't see
anybody
talking about it. The only thing I see is like web blog posts about it.
Like I couldn't even tell you like the last person. I couldn't tell you anyone who was like back when the Glenn death happened. It was a huge firestorm on Facebook.
Yeah.
A couple times I teased him dying and stuff like that, and then when he actually died. But with Carl, I didn't see anyone say anything like Carl's gone.
Yeah.
And like you knew he was going to happen because
Why?
he announced he was going to college. So they can't have him on the show because he's going to be in college.
Yeah, you could.
He said he was leaving the show before the stuff even aired. And now Lauren Cohen's got a pilot at CBS next year, so you know she's going to be gone.
Well, they're in negotiation about keeping her on both shows.
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
Let's if the pilot gets picked up. I mean,
Honestly, once The Walking Dead says this is the final season, I might go back on Netflix and
Then
just
catch up
and
and
catch up,
watch the
just
end.
so I can watch the final.
yeah,
But I honestly,
that's about all. It's gonna
that's
be at
probably
this
what I'll do.
point. Yeah.
Probably what I'll do. I mean, it just has faltered for me. It's no, like, I understand a lot of people are still with it because you've been with it this long, you might as well see it through to the end. But I want to know where the fuck the end is.
Which is like the crazy part of the thing is that you basically, when it was big,
yeah.
it wasn't even to when the book was at its best. And when the book was at its best is where they're at now.
But they're diverting from the
And
book
it
because
doesn't make any
Carl's
sense.
not dead in the book.
Well, because you're different. Things happen. You gotta, character decides to leave. You gotta leave. You can't.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
But the whole Negan storyline was so. I said it when it happened. I didn't know how they'd be able to correlate that character into a television show because he was
Jeffrey D. Morgan's really good.
Well, not
at
even
Negan.
that. Besides him, he's a great actor. I think he's fantastic. He was a perfect pick for that character.
Yeah.
I just don't think the personality and the violence of that character translated well to television.
Well, he's very violent though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying it was even more violent in the comic. than
Yeah, it was
in
pretty
the-
brutal in the show though.
Yeah, well, that one thing with Glenn. But I mean, besides that, I mean, it's like it's been tough to bring like his like, and I don't know. I think it's because it's just television. I don't know if it's the way it's translating, but
Well,
it doesn't translate that you
After
are.
Glenn's death, because it was so brutal, and I thought it was over the top brutal.
It was more brutal in the comic book.
It was kind of, I disagree. Seeing it on the pages, it's a couple panels. We saw his eyeball sticking out.
Well, that wasn't
and-
the comic.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was very brutal.
Yeah.
I think it was more detail, more brutal on TV
Well,
because it's
it was
live
color
action
and
it was-
color.
and it was happening.
Yeah.
And you can't just turn the page and go to the next panel and not see it anymore.
Yeah.
They got a huge blowback from that. They said it was people were complaining it was too graphic. And I agreed. It was a little too graphic. And they actually said they'll tone it down.
That's
And
the
I don't know if
story.
they've had or not, but they must have.
Yeah.
It just was a little over the top. It was just like, I don't think we needed to see Glenn's eyeball sticking out. This is a fan favorite.
That's
Character?
the show. That's the story.
The story nowhere
that's the
doesn't
thing.
say you need to see Glenn's eyeball sticking out.
Well, that was one of the like prominent panels of the book.
It may work on the comic page, but sometimes it doesn't translate well for live action TV.
Which I think that's been the problem. Is that's what, like you're saying, exactly why I thought Negan wouldn't work.
is just too violent.
Yeah.
It's too. You don't want to see your character go out that way. You don't. I as much as not that way.
And that's the other part of it too. Is I think fans, in that's their own decision to do, have gotten too attached to the TV characters.
Of course, it.
Whereas in the comic book, you're not as attached to the characters.
Yeah, but you have a bigger fan base watching the show than reading.
No, that's
the
what I'm
comic.
saying. But I'm saying I think at this point, they've unfortunately painted themselves into the corner of there's unkillable people on the show. Basically,
Yes.
you can't kill Rick. You definitely can't kill Daryl.
Yeah.
So it's like you have like when you see them in peril, you're
know
not
things-
as like
nothing's gonna
attached.
bad.
Like, you're not as worried about it because you know that there's like, oh well, he's not going to die. There's no chance of that.
Yeah. I just think Game of Thrones does it better when it comes to deaths. I think Game of Thrones does it for story's sake, and Walking Dead just does it sometimes for shock, sometimes because it's to be expected. It's like, oh, it's the season cliffhanger. Someone's got to die. And then if they don't want to kill a main character, they'll create a quick red shirt out of nowhere and kill him. And sometimes it's very contrived.
Well, that was
It's
in the
just-
comic book too. There was a lot of red shirts.
Yeah, I know, but it just comes off as just, oh,
I think it's
here
also
we
the sort of
go.
thing of just
Rinse and repeat.
every couple seasons, here's a new bad guy.
Well, they've had the
Every couple
governor
seasons, here's a new bad guy.
and now Negan. Literally, Negan's the governor, part 2.0.
Well, they had like the smaller bad guys in between, and they had like
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know. It's just like there's like a disconnect. It seems like since that episode that you're talking about.
Yeah, it dropped us to stop watching. We just didn't
Well,
care.
I
after
went
that.
through the rest of the season, but I just
After that, we're just kind of like, I don't know. That was
I
it.
moved, and the person that I moved in with doesn't watch it, so I kind of just stopped watching it.
Oh, I watch shows
just
that
kinda-
Allison doesn't watch.
Well, I know, but it's like one of those. It was just like, yeah.
I watch X-Files every week. I look forward to that. I watch that by myself.
Well, I watch shows. I watch Lucifer. She doesn't like that, but I love that show.
Yeah. But
But
that is The Walking Dead.
that's The Walking
How the hell did we get onto that about John Favreau doing Star Wars? That was weird.
I just like because it went into.
Ugh. Anyway, so I'm very excited. Speaking a very divisive movie, Last Jedi hits digital tomorrow and
does.
physical in 2 weeks. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see all the extras.
Yeah,
Part of me,
it's not as controversial as I think it is. But I
it
mean,
is very. People either hated it or loved it.
well, people are weird.
This is
You
here.
either like Star Wars or you don't. If you like Star Wars, then you like the movie. Just get over it.
No, it's not true.
stupid.
Here, I'll do my impression of
Well, I know there's a couple people I know
fanboys of Star Wars that like can't get over it. Here we go. The Force Awakens was just too much of the same. They really should have done something different. Last Jedi comes out. That was just really different. I really wanted more of the same.
Yeah.
That's literally the
is.
people complain.
Yeah.
You had Force Awakens comes out. This is
Features
too much
a
of the
carbon copy
same.
of New Hope.
And then Last Jedi comes out. This is too different.
If they should have made that more like Empire Strikes Back.
I loved it. I liked The Last Jedi a lot. And I'm very excited to see how it ends. I'm excited for Han Solo. Han Solo's coming up soon.
Yes.
I'm hoping it's good.
The trailer was before Black Panther.
So
over the
Black
weekend.
Panther. You saw Black Panther.
I did see Black Panther over the weekend.
What were your thoughts?
I thought it was a little slow at the beginning. It was kind of a chugger. You gotta like sit through.
Did you like the casino scene?
Yeah.
It was very
Reminded
James
me of-
Bondish.
Not even that, but it also reminded me a lot of Kill Bill.
Yeah, I guess so. I see
The
that.
stairwells and everything. It just like it reminded me. It was kind of that Japanese, Chinese, Asian look to it. So that's what made me. That was my first thought. I was like, "Well, wow, I bet they used. I wonder if they used the same set from Kill Bill for that." But no, it was just the action scenes were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really get the Martin Freeman character. Don't understand why he's there.
What do you mean? He was from Civil War.
I know, but it was just kind of like a random. Like we have to connect this back to the Marvel Universe somehow, so we'll use this guy.
Well, then you also had what's his face?
But that was at the very end.
No, you had
Well, Claw, but you knew that was going to be in there.
Morgan Gollum there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
Claw.
Yeah, he was actually mentioned in the very first Avengers movie.
Oh, I know he was, but it's just kind of like it was just kind of, I don't know. Just seemed strange to me.
Didn't you pay attention to the plot?
I did, but as
I don't know if you
but as I
did.
was watching the battle scene, the big battle scene,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys brought this up when you guys were doing the Denny show because I missed it this time, but they mentioned earlier in the movie that they're taking care of these already have, like when Martin Freeman gets to Wakanda, they're like, oh, more white guys. Mm-hmm. We're going to need more white guys to patch up. So that leads me to believe that
Yes, because they were doing...
Bucky is already there, which
yes.
we knew that was already there.
Yeah.
And Captain America's there.
Well, he was
the same time-
He didn't need patching up, though.
No, I know, but he's supposedly, if it's right after Civil War, Captain America and Bucky are there.
Yeah.
So the big battle scene happens. Did anyone bring up why didn't Captain America show up?
No, Captain America's not there. It would be Bucky. Bucky's
But
the
Captain
only
America's hiding out there.
He's probably off doing something else.
What, getting dinner?
He's probably not part of this. This was an inner circle battle.
But Martin Freeman was a part of it.
Yeah, but Martin Freeman was doing his own thing. He wasn't hanging out with Captain America.
But he was there, though. But he was a part of it. He was a part of the battle.
Yeah.
He didn't have no attachment to it besides the fact that he met T'Challa like twice.
Yeah, but this could have happened. The ending.
The ending
Bucky-
battle scene happens after, like, this whole movie takes place after Civil War.
Yes.
So Captain America is in Wakanda.
He's probably not there, though. We're going to find out in the next Avengers where he was. He was probably not there
I
at
bet
all.
you we don't find out anything about that whatsoever. They're just going to gloss it over like it was no big deal. Like,
But what does it
don't
matter?
remember Captain America's here.
But what does it matter?
Because why wouldn't Captain America help?
Okay, well, why didn't the Avengers help half the time when...
I know! These are the things that, like, it's the little plot hole thingies that annoy
It's not
me.
really a plot hole because it's a comic book movie. You're not supposed to think that hard about it.
But he's in the city. He is there.
No, there is no reference that he's there.
Yes, there is.
No.
At the end of Ultron, or the end of Civil War, sorry.
Yes.
The end of Civil War, the ending credit scene is Captain America is in Wakanda
Yes.
with Bucky.
But Bucky's the only one who needs to heal his wounds.
Captain America's not going to leave. He's wanted. He's a criminal.
He's-
in Avengers, they're going to show he's in Wakanda.
You just said it, though. He's wanted. If he showed his face at all,
It's in Wakanda.
yeah.
There's no video cameras saying, oh, big battle in Wakanda.
Yeah, but look who shows up. Morgan Freeman shows up.
No, Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman shows up.
You bring him there because he gets injured.
Yeah. So why would he show his face? Then
Why wouldn't he show his face?
because then someone would know he was there.
So Martin Freeman's not going to go back and say Wakanda happened?
I'm arguing. I don't even know why I'm arguing with you because I don't care. I have
It was
no
just one
idea.
of those things that, like, I was like,
I didn't think about that.
it just made me think about it as the battle scene's happening. Like, why wouldn't Captain America help?
Captain America's probably doing something else somewhere else. He's not hiding out there. Bucky has to hide
But that was
out
the whole
there.
point of that scene at the end of Civil War.
I bet you anything at Civil War we'll find out where he was. Because Wakanda's part of the fight. So we're
I
gonna,
know what happens in Wakanda.
Yeah. We're going to find out.
If he's just in Wakanda and there's no explanation about where he was when that battle scene happened, I'm going to be annoyed.
But why? It's not his fight to battle.
But it's not Ross's either.
He was there, though. And they
That's
asked him
not,
to.
like, I
They
know.
asked him to.
Why wouldn't he then be like, hey, Cap, this guy's attacking me. He tried to kill me. Come help me out. All right, bud, I'll be right there.
I don't know.
Bucky's there too.
Bucky was healing his wounds. He
I
didn't
know,
have an
but
arm.
I'm saying if
They're going to be
Captain's
giving
there-
him a
mechanical arm.
out of their material.
Yeah, vibranium arm.
Vibranium arm.
But it's just like, well,
I think he's going to be called White Wolf. 'cause
he's
that-
going to be a White Wolf because they say that in the end.
Yeah, in the comic book,
Yeah,
his name is
Yeah.
White Wolf.
but it wasn't like a thing that like ruined the movie for me. It was just like one of those little things that I noticed that bothers me for a little bit. But I'm like, ugh, just one of those little things that Marvel does that just like
But Mark,
makes you want to pound sand.
after every movie, you're like, well, how come when Thor was on Earth, where were the Avengers?
Exactly.
But you can't think too hard. Each one has their own adventure, and you can't just constantly call the Avengers.
Then don't do like the whole Avengers thing then.
Why?
Well, if they're all happening in this one planet, and these things are happening, the Avengers go to Sokovia for the Ultron situation,
Yeah.
but only Thor shows up for the White Dwarfs attacking London.
Yeah.
No one else shows up.
Because It's a comic book. When you read a comic book, you don't have the Avengers showing up in every fucking comic. Spider-Man has his own adventures. Daredevil has his own adventures.
No, Spider-Man doesn't have his own adventures. Iron Man showed up for the whole movie.
He was mentoring him. He wasn't
But still, he was there for most of the movie.
mentoring him.
Yeah, but at least he was there.
Captain America doesn't need to mentor Black Panther.
Does he?
He doesn't.
Does he not?
He does not. That makes no sense.
But it's just one of those things. If
Because
he's
Black
there,
Panther has a rich history already
I know,
of
but
his father.
Think about it, though.
I am thinking about it.
If Captain America
doesn't
was
bother
there,
me at all.
and the whole thing happens during that movie where the guy supposedly kills T'Challa,
We're Googling this.
Captain America's
I
just
don't-
like hanging out in a bathhouse somewhere, just waiting for a phone call. Be like, hey, man, time to hop into action. Okay.
Okay.
That's all.
Where
It's just this little thing.
Was
There could have been some mention of it, like,
why?
you know, hey, should we call Steve? And he'd be like, oh, no, he's off, doing something. Or he sent him to look for this. Just to explain why he's not there.
Where are Captain America and Bucky Barnes during Black Panther?
Bucky's in a, shed somewhere, sleeping off of the brainwashing.
Captain America and the broken remains of the Avengers are currently on missions of their own during the event of Black Panther. To recap, Cap and T'Challa relationship got off on the wrong foot when they found themselves opposite sides of
Yes,
Civil War.
We know.
T'Challa,
Because Winter Soldier killed his
believing that Cap's old friend Bucky Barnes, a.k.a. the Winter Soldier, was responsible for the UN bombing that killed his father. T'Chaka joined forces with Iron Man in an effort to hunt down Bucky and bring him to justice.
Yes.
When it was eventually revealed that
He was brainwashed.
Zemo
Yes.
was the real killer,
Yes.
T'Challa made amends by offering Bucky sanctuary in Wakanda.
Yes.
The Prelude comic reveals that after Cap left Bucky in Wakanda, he, along with Falcon, Black Widow, formed a smaller strike team working against international threats. In the Prelude comic, the team are focused on stopping a terrorist group who have gotten their hands on some
Vibranium.
Chitauri Chatua weapons left behind after the Battle of New York.
Oh.
A major theme of Civil War was the Avengers facing up to the consequences of the previous Avengers. So it makes sense that Steve Rogers would feel responsible for cleaning up and continued fallout of the Avengers fight with Loki. It also is natural that they would form a team with Natasha Romanoff and
Yes.
Sam Wilson, since the trio first formed their own mini-team in Captain America the Winter Soldier.
Yes. All right. So he's off doing a.
Yes, it's exactly.
All right.
I made that connection without even reading that. I was like, well, they're off doing other things. There's no reason why they would be sticking around with the thumbs up their asses.
Well, that's fine. I just annoys me that Marvel does the prelude or you have
Here
to
we go.
read a comic book before you watch a movie thing.
The question of where are the Avengers frequently comes up in response to MCU solo movies. The Black Panther is no exception. After all, T'Challa and Steve are now friends, so Captain America would surely be willing to help out if he heard that Ulysses was back on the scene. However, Black Panther has high stakes with potential worldwide ramifications. It's also about the King of Wakanda dealing with problems that Wakanda create for itself. It's noted earlier in the film that Wakanda does not accept aid from foreign countries, mainly because it does not need it. And T'Challa was raised to extremely self-contained culture, so it's likely it wouldn't even occur to him to ask outsiders like the Avengers for help. Which that's what I thought too.
well,
I'm
that's
it's
not
their own
what I'm asking
problem.
about, but
What? They wouldn't say, hey, we're having a battle, Cap, come help us. It's like, no, this is our problem. We're going to handle it.
but Martin Freeman's character is okay to
Because
ask
he's
them.
already there. He is
I
literally there. And they said, hey,
That's such a comic book fan answer.
what?
It's annoying.
How is that a comic book fan answer?
Well, it's okay. You just asked him because he's there. Why
Well-
would he ask other people to help? That makes no sense.
First of all, Black Panther didn't ask him to help. Actually, his sister did. She was in the room with him, and he asked, and she said, "Can you fly?" She drives that.
no, she just pretty much just told him like, "Hey, you're a pilot. Here,
Yeah.
fly this."
So Black Panther didn't ask for help at all.
I'm not saying Black Panther.
It was
did,
she
but
did.
It's just
She
kind of
did.
like, I don't know.
How's it? That's a story that whoever wrote the story. That's
There should've
how
been,
they
like,
did it.
If there was at least one line, that's the thing with the Marvel movies. If you just insert one line in the thing to explain away why these other people aren't around to help out, it would just make things more cohesive. In my
But
opinion.
why do you need someone to verbally tell you? Why can't you just figure that out on your own?
Because it's a movie, and that's what their job is.
Not always.
It's not my job isn't to figure out the story for them.
Yeah, but didn't you figure that out? I figured it out myself. I never once thought about the Avengers during this film. I never said, "Hey,
Not the
where's-"
Avengers, but you think about the guys who were left after the movie, the previous movie, were in that area.
I didn't care.
It's not a major, like I said, it's not a major thing. It's just another one of those, hey, what's going on with those guys? Why weren't they around?
But then this movie would have been called Avengers.
no,
then I would
it be
care.
called
It would be
Black
called Black
Panther.
Panther with the rest of the guys.
no. Spider-Man wasn't called Spider-Man and Iron Man.
Yeah, but in the trailer, I knew Iron Man was in there playing his mentor.
Yeah, but so what's the difference if Captain America showed up in this movie?
Because
Falcon
he was not
Falcon
teased.
showed up on Ant-Man. He's not like it wasn't called Ant-Man and Falcon.
But Falcon literally showed up probably less than 10 minutes of screen time.
That's all Captain America could show up for.
But why and do what?
That's you were just arguing to argue at this.
No, I don't see why Captain America has to show up in Black Panther.
He doesn't
at
have
all.
to.
But
I'm
you're
just
saying he does.
All they had to do was explain where Captain America was in the beginning of the movie. If like when the big stuff happened, if they were like, man, if his sister, who is working with Bucky to fix him, had said, hey, should we call Cap? And he was like, no, he's off doing his own thing. We'll take care of this on our own. That would have explained away the whole thing.
But you just
All you
just
need is
know
one
they're
line.
self-contained. They don't need to.
But I'm not saying
We always
just
saw Cap
Black
in the
Panther.
trailer.
I'm not saying just Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm saying all the Marvel movies do this.
Yeah.
From the time they like had the connections. If they just explain away where these people are during this movie, it would just make things a little bit more cohesive. That's all
For
I'm
you.
saying.
For
For
you.
me. I'm sure other
I've
people
never
feel the same way.
really- I don't know.
I'm sure other people are like, why isn't this person helping? Why is this guy doing it by himself?
Because then it would be called Black Panther and Captain America. That's why, I think.
No, it's still a Black Panther-led movie. It's just these other guys don't have to even show up. Just explain where they are.
But then
Make it more
Then
cohesive.
after the 20th movie, you're gonna have to do like a 20-minute pre. So Ant-Man is at his house.
No, you don't have to.
Captain America's shaving. He's growing a beard.
No, this one is specifically because the people are in the location of the movie where it's happening.
Yeah.
This one is probably the biggest one that could use that.
But we'll
If they
find
just
out in
had,
Civil
like,
War.
a
I mean, not Civil War. We'll find out in May.
a communique or something where Captain America's on the screen talking to the sister, like, "Hey, how's Bucky? He's fine. How's your mission going? Great. You know, we're deep undercover. We're going to go deep undercover." Just something to kind of just like explain away where Captain America is. So if you didn't read the comic book, you know what's going on with that character. You're not just thinking or a random thought like, why wouldn't these three people that were already there not helping out during this situation?
Well, I guess.
It's just a small little thing. Not like it's a big thing. It didn't ruin the movie for me.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it.
I
still
can
liked
hardly
Black
tell.
Panther.
You're so revved
No, I
up.
liked Black Panther, but it's just there's little things like that.
Why? No, I'm only busting you. I'm arguing with you because
You like to argue with me.
so do you.
Well, that's the whole part of the show.
You do the same thing too. To me, I never once thought about it. So that's, I guess, I represent that half. You represent the people who are like, "Hey, where's Cap?"
Yeah.
Honestly, I could care less about Cap.
Well,
Honestly,
you don't like Captain America.
I don't.
So that's why.
I hope he dies the
You
next
think
movie.
he's the most useless character in the whole
He
thing.
is. I really don't. I think he's a pansy.
That's why you're thinking. That's why you don't care.
I don't care. I don't care about Captain America at all. He's my least favorite character. I have no
anyways.
attachment to him whatsoever. If he were to die next movie, I would be like, thank God.
Oh, you're the worst.
I know. I mean, his first movie sucked. The second movie was
That's not
good.
his fault. That's not the character's fault. The movie was bad.
It was a bad movie.
It was just written bad.
I just don't like his character.
Like Winter Soldier was like one of the greatest comic movies ever.
I disagree.
Ugh, you don't like anything good. You have the weirdest taste in everything.
It was all right. In the MCU, if I had to tell you my favorite MCU
Iron
films
Man 3.
are all going to be the movies you don't like.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
Thor Ragnarok. Guardians of the
Ragnarok is
Galaxy.
good.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or 2?
1.
Okay. You put Iron Man 3 first?
No, they're just my top 3.
Okay.
There's no order.
Okay.
Oh boy, I guess I would say Civil War, and I would say Winter Soldier, but those are my top 5. But I don't know. I don't really care for Cap that much. I like Iron Man a lot better.
We know. You have a thing for Robert Downey Jr. It's okay.
I think his character's better. I like his character.
I guess so.
And it's funny because I didn't like Iron Man 1, and I thought Iron Man 2... Iron Man 1 was all right. Iron Man 2
was awful.
was horrible, but I loved 3. And I didn't like...
You're one of the few people.
I didn't like Iron Man until the Avengers movie. And then,
I didn't like Iron Man until Civil War.
And then I liked Iron Man a lot in 3, and I like Civil War because of... I like the that storyline was good.
I enjoyed him more in Homecoming, than Spider-Man.
Yeah, I liked Homecoming was really good too. But my Black Panther, the only thing for me, I don't know if you noticed this, I wasn't a huge fan of the CG with them falling down to the railing. It
was very...
It looked like Spider-Man 3. Like when they're falling.
Yeah, not just Spider-Man 3. Very, yeah.
It wasn't the best CG. The CG could have been better.
All the suit fighting, I was kind of like on the train track thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't my favorite part.
meh.
I liked the hand-to-hand stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It was nice to see that.
Yeah.
I'm sick of just watching shit fly at each other. It's getting boring.
It is a superhero movie. That is kind of
I know. I was just getting a little
I like the
repetitive there.
rhinos. Those were cool.
Rhinos were cool. Dude, I loved Michonne. Speaking
Yes.
of someone I
Yes.
do miss
Yeah.
from Walking Dead.
Yeah. No, she was awesome.
She was fantastic. I loved his crew. I loved his sister.
Lupita Nyong'o was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they were my
Maz
favorite.
Katana.
His crew, yeah. His crew was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
I like the story. The villain, was it Killjoy? Killmonger. He was all right. I gotta watch it again. I gotta see this movie again, probably in home release. Because I don't have sympathy for him because he's like, I have a marking for every person I killed. And he takes off his shirt,
the reasoning
and he has
for it-
hundreds of people he killed, and I'm like,
the reasoning
well,
for it
he's
was
a murderer.
because of what happened to his father.
I understand. I understand. If he killed hundreds of fathers, he killed hundreds of kids.
Yeah.
So I really had I was just like, yeah, die.
I heard the door.
Yeah, I just didn't care about his character that much. I didn't think he was that great of a villain.
Well, it's
And
because you have to delve deeper into the whole thing where it was basically his cousin, and he would have been the next heir to the throne if the father had died.
I know all that.
So it's just like they built that up. It was kind of like very Lion King-y.
Very Lion King-y.
Well, opposite Lion King-y kind of thing. With the
I don't see it at all.
afterworld thing, it was very picturesque. I liked it.
What was oh god. Yeah, CG could have been better. I wasn't 100% with the bad guy. Like I said, I gotta see it again because I'm probably missing something. But the one
Yeah, you
part,
definitely are, because it was like a huge emotional thing there with his dad, and then he finds his dad dead. After
I know,
being
I saw.
killed,
I
and-
wasn't that moved by it,
and
but
he was left behind.
and then he goes
by
on a killing
himself.
spree and he becomes a killer.
Well, yeah, because his father was killed, and he thinks he was killed by. In his mind, Black Panther killed his father.
Yes,
'Cause
but
of
it
the claw
wasn't.
marks.
I know.
So
It was actually what's his face.
it was his father.
It was his uncle.
It was yeah.
He
It
because
was
remember
Black Panther's father.
he comes out and says it was me.
yeah.
Well,
What?
no, he didn't protect him or something, or
He didn't bring him back.
didn't bring him back.
He should have brought him back when he like the thing with his father happened. He didn't explain it away. So yeah, whoever his name is, I can't think of his name.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. I almost said Lawrence Fishburne.
Hey,
That would have been bad.
do you know there must be a contract that Forrest Whitaker and Andy
Circus
Serkis,
have to be in movies together.
but they have to die.
have to
They were
both
both in the Star Wars franchises, and both of them died. And now they're in this movie, and both of them died. I was like, seriously? They were probably like, yeah, we want to be in a franchise, but we can't commit. We just want to be in
We just wanna, like,
franchises.
hop in, hop out.
Yeah. We just don't want to die. I like I said, I gotta see
They
it
were in
again.
together though in either of them either.
I know.
But
How did the bad guy there kill Joy? Whatever.
Killmonger.
Whatever. The only part I wish they explained. So for you, it was MCU. For me, it was he just got a Panther suit, and it was just like,
no, we got the gold one that his sister had.
I know, but how would he even know how any of it worked? And why
He
did
didn't.
he put it on? And he was literally, I'm ready to fight, and he just went to town.
Well, it's just a button thing, and then it puts the suit on.
But you think the sister would have been like hid all this stuff?
I don't think she had a chance to.
Yeah, but they were down there, and Morgan Freeman had a chance to ride in the invisible plane.
Martin Freeman,
Morgan Freeman.
not Morgan Freeman.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
But anyways,
How did he get that? And how did he know how to use it?
because it's the necklace that they put on him when he defeated T'Challa.
I don't think that's the exact name.
Because T'Challa had the silver one on, and he gets thrown over the thing.
Yeah.
So they put that necklace, or not the gold one, but they put a necklace on him to make him Black Panther. So then he gets all the rights of being Black Panther. They put him in the sand.
They give him the water.
They give him
the blue juice.
the juice, the heart-shaped flower juice.
Yeah.
Then they gave him the gold.
And
Black Panther
And then he
necklace.
just burned everything.
I mean, they probably did a little training session off to the side during that time frame. Like, here's how it works. You press the buttons. This happens. That happens.
I don't know. To
He's
me,
a
I wanted to
soldier.
know,
He knows how to fight and everything. So
he knows how to kill.
yeah, it just
Murderer.
Just
I don't know. I didn't have.
accentuates the.
I didn't feel bad for him
leave Johnny Storm alone, okay?
because he just went on a killing spree. So for me, it was just
Now
like
there's two. Now that
he's
means
a
there's-
murderer. I could care. He should be
He
in
is.
prison.
That's why they killed him.
But I didn't feel bad for him.
We're not supposed to feel bad for him. He's a bad guy.
Well, sometimes
There's also
want you to.
there have been two Johnny Storms in the MCU.
yes, I know, and they always do better in the MCU.
Yeah.
And they're gonna. Too bad they wouldn't see each other on screen.
that'd have been something.
That would have been something.
Yeah.
But overall, Black Panther's really
They
good.
could have if they'd had Captain America in the movie,
There you go.
but they didn't.
So Black Panther just
Shot me.
crossed the 1 billion mark at the global box
I just
office.
went over the weekend and the theater was still full.
This could be. I wonder if this could be out.
Civil War?
Avatar,
No, it's like with Avatar.
dude. You don't know. You don't know. According to, okay, let's look at the
I did ask the guy at the Eastfield Mall Theater after the movie. Claire had to use the facilities, so I was talking to the guy that worked at the desk, or whatever. And I was like, "So has Black Panther been pretty popular?" He's like, "It has not stopped." It's like since it came out, everyone's been like more than half full,
Okay,
which is crazy to think about. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks now. It's been out.
4. It's been the number 1 movie for 4 weeks.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
You know, it's the first MCU movie to do that.
That's Star Wars-esque.
Yeah. Get this.
Getting it.
Domestic gross. Black Panther is 7 on the all-time domestic gross list.
Wow.
It is literally right behind The Last Jedi, Marvel's Avengers, Jurassic World, Titanic, Avatar, and The Force Awakens.
What if it beats Avengers?
Oh, it's gonna. It's gonna.
That's going to be amazing, though.
Black Panther, I will tell you,
As a
it
solo
is,
flick. That's crazy.
it is not that far behind beating Last Jedi. And then, if it beats Last Jedi, which is it could potentially be the Avengers, and it could be the number one
Think
MCU
about
movie.
this. Think about this year for Disney. You have Black Panther, which is now 7th. You're about to release Infinity War, which could possibly be just as high up on the thing as that. Mm-hmm. You're then going to get somewhat of the rub from Deadpool because it's a character that Marvel owns, even though it's not a Marvel movie. And then you have Solo coming out in a span of like 2 months.
Well, 2 of those movies are Marvel owned. So Black Panther, get this. This is worldwide grosses. Avatar being the number 1 with Titanic and The Force Awakens. Then you have Jurassic World, Marvel's Avengers, Furious 7, Age of Ultron, Harry Potter, and The Last Jedi is number 9. Then, if you fall down to number 21, Black Panther.
That's
21.
crazy.
And it's not that far behind beating The Dark Knight Rises, which is at 20.
Wow.
If it beats The Dark Knight Rises, it could potentially... all these are so close.
It's the
in
most
sales.
grossing, like, it's definitely got to be, it's going to be it's the highest grossing solo Marvel flick.
Yes, it is. It wasn't one of those
Yeah.
group efforts. But it's definitely... It's done 4 weekends in a row as number 1.
Yeah.
It is huge. It is definitely huge. Let's see. Black Panther has been number 1.
Well, the 5th week for this week.
Holy shit. It's been number 1 since February 16th to the 18th.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
The 5th weekend. It's
Yep.
been number 1.
Yeah.
And
Like I said, the theater was still like half full, if not more than half full.
actually, it's
month
4
out.
because actually it was a holiday. So February 16th to 18th and 16th to 19th because it was a holiday.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's actually
yeah.
the 4th weekend. It literally didn't. It had a 32 drop, and then a 23 drop, and then it only had a 7% drop.
Yeah.
So the drops aren't even that big.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, I really see potential of really changing things up in the all time section.
They definitely hit a market. That's for sure. At the right time, I mean.
And then,
Because it really hasn't had anything to go up against. So it's been like a perfect timing for it to
oh
come
yeah,
out.
definitely.
It was a la Deadpool when the original Deadpool came out. Not to the extreme of this, but it hit at a time when there was no other competition, really. So
That's perfect
it
timing.
was like able to be digested by many people over a long span of time.
Let's see if Deadpool 2 can beat Passion of the Christ for the all-time rated R gross. Passion of the Christ is number 1, and Deadpool is number 2.
Yeah.
American Sniper, it is number 4.
Yeah.
The Matrix Reloaded, The Hangover Part 2, Beverly Hills Cop, The Exorcist, and Logan is number 10. I could see Deadpool 2.
Beating it.
I would
If it's
love
good.
it.
If it's good.
It's going to be good. There's no doubt in my mind. It's going to be fantastic. All right, Mark, I got to wrap things up. I got to get out of here.
All right.
What's up? Anything?
Not much. It's pretty quiet. Now we're just getting ready for Infinity War at this point. End of April.
Yeah.
Yeah, the countdown's on. Ready Player One, though, end of this month.
Yeah. I'm excited.
The trailer was before Black Panther as well. And
It's getting good
looks
reviews.
really good.
So far.
Yeah.
The talk has been good.
yeah,
So,
I'll be ready. I'll be going for it. Did you read the book yet?
no. I've been reading other things. I probably won't read the book until
Yeah,
after.
I figured.
That's my life.
Yep, happens. All right, so we'll be back next week with more fun stuff to talk about.
Here
See you all,
on
Geekonomics. See you all next week.